everyone, it's Melanie Silva here, recovered people pleaser turned boundary baddie. And today we're talking about what you as a recovering people pleaser really need to hear if your ex was a narcissist. Because leaving them is only half the battle. Let's jump in. So if you're a people pleaser looking to break toxic habits, click the link below for my free e-guide, Say No with Grace. Step 1, you need to heal from this toxic pattern. Look at yourself honestly and ask, what in me was attracted to a narcissist in the first place? If you don't, you'll keep falling into the same toxic patterns, not just romantically, but in friendships, family, even at work. Leaving the narcissist might feel like you won the battle, but sis, the war is still going on. Think of it like weeds. You can't just snip the top and go, cool, all done. If you don't pull them out by the roots, they just grow back, and usually in more annoying places, like right through your driveway cracks. That's why you need to address your own wounds. Therapy, spiritual healing, journaling, whatever resonates, do the work now so you don't repeat the same cycle. Step 2, don't self-sabotage Mr. Healthy. Here's the thing, just because you're not crying over your ex anymore doesn't mean you fully healed. Maybe you're not missing them, maybe you stopped checking their social media, but if you haven't done the deeper work to understand why you were attracted to a narcissist in the first place, you're at risk of sabotaging the next relationship. Because real healthy love feels totally different. It protects, it doesn't possess. It makes you feel safe, not nervous, like you're walking on eggshells. It's consistent and kind, not something you have to earn with endless effort. But if you've only ever known chaos, consistency can feel boring. So when Mr. Healthy comes along, texting you back on time, taking you on normal, respectful dates, showing up like an actual adult, your brain might panic. You might think, oh, he's so boring, or oh, you know what, embarrass yourself on purpose just to test him. Or hey, what about you ghost him after 2 weeks because the spark isn't there? Translation, my nervous system was so addicted to roller coasters, it thought steady love was a kiddie ride at Disneyland. This is why doing the inner work matters. If you don't, your subconscious will look for ways to recreate the chaos it's used to. And you'll push away the very thing you say you want. So, as a recovering people pleaser, watch out for this. When someone treats you with steady affection, don't mistake it for boring. It's not boring, it's healing. And nice. Step 3, narcissists don't communicate. Here's the big truth. Narcissists are not interested in communication. They don't care about your feelings, your attachment style, or your love language. They don't give a rat's ass, okay? And I say it like that because most people stay way longer than they should, trying to reason with them. Maybe he didn't understand, I'll re-explain. Or he said it takes time, so I'll just wait. Or maybe if I write him a heartfelt letter or slam poetry, he'll get it. Like, spoiler alert, it was never going to land. And here's why. This is extra dangerous for people pleasers. You often don't have much self-trust. When you don't trust yourself, you're easier to manipulate. Narcissists thrive on that. They gaslight, twist, and keep you doubting your own reality. So you end up staying longer thinking, if I can just find the right words, he'll finally understand. But the truth is, he never wanted to understand in the first place. The best way to exit a narcissistic dynamic, even before you fully rebuilt your self-trust, is to notice this pattern. They never really listen. They never validate your feelings. They don't care. And the sooner you can wrap your head around the truth, the sooner you can leave. Honestly, you'd have better luck explaining your feelings to a ham sandwich. Hey, Mr. Sandwich, I didn't appreciate you disrespecting me like that. in front of everybody, okay? Say you won't do it again. Mr. Sandwich, you made me look stupid. I just would appreciate it if next time you respected my boundaries. Like, do you hear where I'm coming from? At least the sandwich won't talk back. So it's important for you to know this. So if you notice someone dismissing communication again, you can leave sooner. Even if it feels weird, you cognitively know that that is wrong and can just leave. Step 4, stop self-sacrificing. Another big reason people pleasers attract narcissists is from a young age you learned to self-sacrifice. Maybe it was childhood trauma, maybe it was teenage experiences, but somewhere along the way, you were taught that your needs come last. That if you bend, break, and exhaust yourself to keep everyone else comfortable, that's love. So self-sacrifice feels normal, and culture sometimes reinforces it. Like hustle culture says grind until you die. Family might say, be the good girl, keep the peace. That was a big one for me. Or work culture rewards burnout with, drum roll, more work. But here's the thing. If someone regularly asks you to push past your limits, to exhaust yourself without caring how it affects you, they don't have your best interest at heart. At best, they're selfish. At worst, narcissist. So what's the antidote? Start with small, everyday acts of choosing yourself. For example, don't skip your workout just to squeeze in one more work task. Don't sacrifice cooking a healthy meal because someone else suddenly needs you. Protect your sleep like it's Beyonce level, okay? It is. Maybe you could sing and dance better if you slept more, who knows? Because here's the truth. How you treat you is how everyone else learns to treat you. If you treat yourself like the office intern running on coffee and vibes, guess what? Everyone else will too. But if you start to treat yourself like the CEO, people step up and take notes. So right now, while you're single, healing and rebuilding, make putting yourself first a routine. And as you practice, you'll notice that not only do you feel better, but other people naturally start respecting your time, your energy, and your boundaries. Transform your relationship with yourself, and you will transform your relationship with everyone else. Step 5, practice boundaries now. If you're a recovering people pleaser, boundaries are a non-negotiable, and you don't wait until the next relationship to practice them, okay? You start right now in everyday life. Think about it. Boundaries are basically guardrails. They're not there to punish anyone, they're there to protect you. And the easiest way to spot where you need them, notice where you feel uncomfortable. That's your cue. For example, with social stuff, I don't party like I used to. If someone invites me out, I'll literally tell the host ahead of time, like, hey, can't wait to see you. But just so you know, I won't be the last one standing, okay? That way, when I leave early, it's not a shock. Boundaries are already up. And when people push me to stay, I just smile and say, yeah, I've got stuff to do tomorrow. And if they respond with, well, I do too, I'll throw in, exactly. Guess we should both get to bed then, huh? Quick laugh, hug, exit, okay? Nothing good happens after 11 p.m., honestly, except DoorDash. But boundaries aren't about being rude or cold. They're about being clear and consistent. And the more you practice them in small, everyday situations, the stronger you'll feel when it comes to the big stuff. Dating, family, work, you name it. So if you're a recovering people pleaser, start small. Set a limit, stick to it, and get comfortable with people not liking it. Because the truth is, disappointing someone for one night is way better than disappointing yourself for a lifetime. Step 6, forgive yourself. If you've come out of a relationship with a narcissist, you're probably carrying guilt, shame, and embarrassment. You think back on all the red flags and beat yourself up, like, why didn't I leave sooner? Or why did I ignore that? Or why did I put up with it for so long? And sometimes you even feel judged when you tell your story, Like your friends or family are secretly thinking, how could you not see this? But here's the truth. You weren't stupid. You were traumatized. You were conditioned. You were operating with the tools that you had at the time. Sometimes it's naivete, sometimes it's low self-worth, sometimes it's hope, usually a mix of all three. And none of that means you deserved what you went through. So you have to forgive yourself, really forgive yourself, because if you don't, that shame will sit like a wall between you and the self-love you need to attract something better. Forgiveness means saying, yes, I missed the signs, but I won't miss them next time. Yes, I stayed too long, but now I know my worth. Yes, I lost myself in that relationship, but I'm choosing me now. And if anyone tries to shame you for it, ask them about their exes. I'm sure we could all point out a red flag or two, okay? Hindsight's always 20/20, especially about somebody else's life. So, love on yourself. Take the lessons, pack them up in your metaphorical suitcase, and keep it moving. Because the only person who benefits from you living in guilt is the narcissist. And they don't get to rent space in your head anymore. So, to all of my recovering people pleasers out there, remember, healing is possible. You can stop repeating toxic cycles, rebuild self-trust, and start creating relationships that actually feel good, safe, and nourishing. If this resonated, don't forget it all starts with one simple word, no. Grab my free guide, Say No with Grace, the link's right below. It's packed with scripts to help you start setting boundaries today. And if you're not already subscribed, hit the button and ring the bell because I've got more videos. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.